Okay, so this is my market profile. I'm using 3 months, and you can see that we made this high here on 620. That was somewhere roughly around 415. We pulled back, never took out the value area low. So the most precious thing you can always use is the market profile, and not use the bigger time frames, but narrow it between the 1 month and the 3 month. The 3 month was telling you that this is the value area low. 330, it went as low as 329, which I believe this is it. So that's why I have 2. That's 329 right there. So you could have been here and be like, you know what? I'm going to wait for all this junk to happen and just have a limit order right here on the 3 month time frame. You could have gotten the low right there. Now, if you're speculating like the seasonality and be like, yeah, you know what? This could probably rip to the 24th and I just not scalp, but swing trade for a couple of weeks to the 24th and get out. This would have been a great strategy. So the value area low was very, very essential and important to picking up this. Now, if we would have cracked through it, then obviously you would have tested at least 309 and 285. So far, the market profile is keeping you in check, letting you know where the buyers are going to come, where you want to get out, and don't fiddle in the middle, as the Chicago traders would say. Don't fiddle in the middle. This is the point of control. You don't want to trade here. You want to buy here. You want to sell here. You can see that sometimes it rips, continues going higher. Sometimes it's like a bull trap, but then they pull it back in. So this is your range, your consolidating range. So come down, buy here. It goes up here. Get out right here. Don't get greedy. 378. Even if it goes like this, oh no, I'm leaving some off the table. No, you're just being realistic, getting out here. Boom, 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 boom. So now the question is it going to go up? Yeah, it could go up to the point of control, which is 353, and then see what happens. And seasonality wise, you're already aware of July the 4th and 7th. So if nothing happens the 4th, Friday, it's a holiday, volume could be low. Traders, the big big ballers are in the beach drinking their margaritas and the Jamesons and Maker's Mark and whatever they drink. The Blackwood is joining them with her wine and her crackers and cheese, and all that, all the all the crazy stuff that everybody likes to party with. They're all enjoying themselves. So there might not be a lot of volume here. So just keep that in mind. Let's look at our simple glance. MACD is still negative. Weekly MACD is negative. PPS sell signal. We haven't kissed the 50, which is 322. But you can see that there is some support here at 323. And we already 338, we have a 342, so we kind of pierced, but then bounced right back in. So it's probably trying to hold this 338 level, because this is a big one in regards to the cloud. So it cracked all that, bottom feeders came up, and they're trying to hold it above this level. So keep that in watch. We know that MACD is negative, PPS sell signal. We already cracked the MOVO. In regards to the daily, you got out of the cloud, but you're in the cloud back again. Change of contract, pop. I thought we were kind of hovering here and then get out here, but in the 7th, this is the 4th and this is the 7th. So we kind of go sideways and we're going to turn. Let's just speculate. Let's just think in the future. So if the seasonality is going to play, you will crack the Kumo cloud at 355. We have a daily close above 355, then maybe it could push higher. So if you're using the strategy with the Kumo cloud, between the 7th and the 4th, you want price action to close above 355. So that's an idea, is like, I'm not going long as long as we don't have a close above 355. And if we do have a close above 355, then that's, you know, that's like a rule. Be like, okay, I'm going to buy it, and then maybe place your stop somewhere below it, just in case it's going to dip in. Then I'm out. It's like either it's going to, from here, it's going to rip, or it's a head fake and then go back down. And you manage your risk. So whatever your risk tolerant is, then that's the game plan. And that's on contingents that seasonality is going to play out. And I'm giving you rule sets to follow. Not financial advice, but just kind of, you know, an idea. Kumo Cloud is still positive. MACD is not positive yet. Sentiment as of the 12th is getting positive. So, and you're below the 20, below the 50, dancing around the 200. This one right here. So you don't want to go long if it's below the 200. So keep that also rule in mind. If it's all the way down here, if it's 6, 7, I mean, it's a coin toss when you're here. This is where I like to buy, and it's like even riskier because you're below the cloud, below the 50, below the 20, below the 200, hugging around the linear regression channel. It's just like, okay, if I'm going to buy here, it's like it's either going to turn between the 4th and the 7th, or it's going to go down. So my stop is right here. This is my risk. Let's see how it goes. Watching the lower time frames. So this is it right here. And I would buy here and then put my stop somewhere and be like, okay, it's either going to pop. I got seasonality statistics that telling me that it could turn between the 5, 10, 15-year average for a high probability trade, or it's not going to work. It's going to ignore it and then boom, stop me out. And then I'll be like, all right, I gave it a shot. You know, there's nothing you can lose. It's just, you just give it a shot. You know, I'm not God. I don't know the future like that. God is the only one that knows it. So you're just dealing with probability. So that's that. Let's look at our SO level. So far, 3/4. This is the one I'm watching. And this one, we don't know how this is going to play out. The July 25th. From top down or sell off into a pop. We don't know that one. So far, the 1/3 worked, the halfway point, the 2/3, the 3/4 worked, the 1/4 didn't work here because they just continue. So what could happen here? Originally, this would be a low if you were to ask me. So like, what do you think, Ziggy? This originally, the way I set this up, would be a low, which goes against all this that could be a high probability going up. That's why I watch a lot of things, because I'm calculating different things and trying to figure it all out, as you are. So this technique is a low. So if we take out 329, we take out 301, damn, if we even take out 285, if we're somewhere going like this, you better bet that it's going to be a low here. I mean, not guaranteed, but I mean, we take that out, it's because we're pushing lower. So if we're going low, then 725 could possibly be a turning point. Ignoring the seasonality where July 4th, 7th turns up. So just keep that in mind. This is totally different from seasonality. This right here. All this right here is this doesn't even like consider seasonality. This is all mathematics. So just know that. So I'm just trying to find out what the Blackwood is vibrating to, so I could kind of like pick these turns, and that's why I watch a lot of things, so I could kind of lean on what could be. You know, and I don't get it right. You know, not all the times. Sometimes I nail stuff. Sometimes I don't, because I'm human like you. But I do these videos so you could kind of be aware of these things, and you could be in, not, you know, you could trade your own style, but know what's coming. And 725 is going to be interesting. And I don't even know if that's a weekend, that's a Sunday, Saturday. So just be aware. If it's a Sunday, watch for Monday. If it's a Saturday, then watch for Friday. But if it's down here, could turn like this. Or if we go here, could turn down. Or if it's just chopping around here, nothing could happen. So just keep that in mind. Let's look at our APF, and that's not good. You're already below a key angle. I mean, this angle right here, you want to see what that angle is? Let's go to the weekly. This one goes all the way to the $1.52 from February the 20th or the 19th. And that one goes like this. And we're already below it. So there could be a snapback, but you got to let price action tell you that. Don't jump the gun and start buying here. Wait for that on the smaller time frames to or at least close above this angle. Like here, this is a weekly. We were a whole week down here, and then it came up. A whole week here, and then it came up. So you can see how important this angle is. A whole week of trading here, and then it kind of regained it. We kissed it here, bounced. A whole week of trading, and we found a low, and we bounced. We pierced it, closed above it, and now here, we are below it still. So another strategy would be is like I'm buying once we close above 358, which would be for next week. So I got two APFs. I got a more fractal, and then I got the big kahuna from the 1002 high right here, 823 of 2022, all the way to this low. And this is key in regards to geometry. So you have to pay attention to that. The channel, we're digging in. I was looking for getting out of this channel. This is a channel that started from February the 20th. We made a high here, we made a low here, and this is your midpoint. And it looks like we're like heading to it. If we get below that midpoint within this channel, we are weak. If we were here, that's good, because this channel continues going up. But now we fell off that channel, and now we're back on this channel going sideways. So you have to pay attention to that also. FT levels, look at that. Look at the, it's crazy, man. Look how we found support right at this FT level. This is like, I say it's like the DNA of nat gas. Look how we stall here. Look how we find support here. And it's not perfect. But we need to find support here or here, unless we're going to drop all the way down here. Anything else? My geometry circle, I was very concerned about this right here. And this is on a weekly, but it's not really supposed to be a weekly. It's supposed to be a daily. And this is really big here. Okay, so yeah, this is the 75, which is 630. We popped. And at the 75%, we are pulling back. Something I am also watching in regards to that. I don't think there's anything else here. Retracements. We failed this 50% here. These are 50%. I'm watching out the midpoint swings. And so far it's above 338. So maybe that's a good sign. Let's go to the midpoint chart. Things are getting a little ugly. PPS sell signal. What would void this is that, I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to void it, because the way this indicator works is that next week it's going to go up and it's going to retrace and it's going to get up to 372. And if it fails there, and then it starts selling off, that's when you pounce. So knowing seasonality wise that this could go up, then what you want to do is like, okay, if seasonality is going to push it up and the PPS sell signal is selling, the line in the sand is that we cannot close above 374. If we do, high probability chance that it's going to rally to July the 24th. Those are all the little things you want to keep watch. Mac Mobile is about to crack the Mobile here, and waves are down. Stokes are unwinding, so it's very, very, very tricky here. We are below the midpoint on the monthly, so that is weak. PPS sell signal kicked in around 623, so that's not good. It's been bearish. Change of contract, we popped. We like pretty much kissed the midpoint at 375 and then just sold off. Mobiles are negative, waves are negative, Stokes are unwinding. So the pressure right now on the daily chart is to the downside. And it pierced even the low around 337. Your next target quadrant will be 318. The 4 hour, we pierced the low of last week, and now we're above it with some positive waves. It could be either a snapback to the upside and then down. So that all depends. But the line in the sand for this week is 365, and we are below it. So that's bearish. So if you want to go bullish and you're conservative, wait till we have a close above 365. Is that at least on the weekly time frame, you're above the midpoint. Then there's a high probability they could trade higher if you're conservative. Now on the hourly chart, we're oscillating. I mean, we were today we were below 358, so definitely bearish. And now in the overnight session, you're above 338. So you want to at least hold this until the US session. If you're below 338, 337, then it's going to push lower. And I'll probably wait to the maybe morning. I don't know. I'm not going to promise anything because I'm extremely busy. But just keep an eye on this level. 337. That's your midpoint for tomorrow, Wednesday only. Extreme targets, at least a high, 346. Extreme 355. Extreme to the downside, 320. And so far in the hourly, everything is looking good. So I gave you a good insight into what's happening, but there is weakness building up very strong, especially from the weekly time frame. You already got a PPS sell signal. I mean, you're above the midpoint, but on the monthly, you're below it. On the weekly, you're below it. So you see red, and on the daily, you're green, but this could change very quick. This is an hourly chart. But you know the key level there. And in regards to geometry, I mean, my Andrews pitchfork, that's like one of my favorite tools. And look at that. You are below an extreme angle. Extreme. And I'm not even including, scale chart, Gann stuff. This is just basic stuff. And you're below it. And you were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days below it. You were maybe two or 3 days below this angle, and then popped and regain it. You're definitely 1 day here and working it on your second day. You want to get out of this area. This is ugly. And that's another sign that if Friday or Monday comes and you're above this, that could be a bullish sign. So I'm just kind of giving you ideas. I'm not bull or bear. I just follow the data and I follow price action. And I measure it with Gann technique, Elliott wave theory, which, I'm incorporating. But I'm more of a Gannist. So I look at more Gann stuff. And I look at other, and I haven't even included the esoteric stuff that I don't include in these videos because then I think I spook everybody in this video. But those are other things that I watch too in regards to timing points. And I need to look at because maybe there's something positive coming in conjunction with the seasonality of July 4th, 7th that maybe things can move higher. And once I see that, then maybe I could put a trade. But the problem is that you're in the cloud. I don't like trading in the cloud. This is where it gets wonky. You know, when you think you're bull and then it snaps back, and then look at that. You're like, what the hell's going on here? Why am I trading getting chopped up like chop suey? And it's because you're in the cloud. So if you have a rule like that, and, you know, someone be like, yeah, you know, I don't believe in that cloud BS. That's fine. But I've noticed, you know, always trading that when I'm when price action is in the cloud, it's just erratic. It's not doing anything. It's just chopping me up to pieces. So knowing seasonality, this is the area to get out and continue getting out of the cloud. You want to get away from this cloud. And if it's going to go bearish, then you want to be below it. You know, you want to push lower. Keep an eye on this pivot right here, 310. That's our low right here in a linear regression channel. This is where the bottom feeders will come. This is where I would come to buy, especially knowing after the seasonality stuff with the 4th and the 7th. And not thinking that it's going to exactly play out that way, but, you know, high probability. I think that's it. I don't really have anything to say. Same thing here, value or low. Keep an eye on this, 329. 331, then this is your next pivot, 308, 309, and then 285. Those are your key levels you want to watch. I'm going to sign up. Hopefully you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts. I know it was long, but I figure I'd give you a good update. Oh, let's not forget some of my guys like when I talk about the Gann square. This thing right here, this tool, is very, very esoteric. Some say that Gann got this from India. Who knows what Gann was doing? Gann was a crazy dude. I don't know what he was doing, but whatever he was doing, from what I seen in the markets, it works. It's weird stuff, man. It's like weird stuff. But anyway, let's where are we? What was the low? So let's see. Where was the low here? On top of the market profile, what was the low? 329. So let's see where this, and what was the high? 414 to 329. 414 to 329. Well, I only go to 361. So let's look at 329. 329 is right here. So 325 is key. We're already at 441, just somewhere around here. So keep an eye at 343. 321 was the low. So if we're going to go bullish, we need to close above 351. That's your 270 degree. This is the 225. This is the 315, and this is the 0 line. I don't have it extending out. So past 361, we're going to go into the different quadrant level. So right now, our low was 329. I should have picked the bigger one. But anyway, this is what I had as a quick access. You don't want to go below 334. So if we had 341 here, 343, you want to go back to 334 and hold this 180 degree right here. It goes down here to 329. You definitely want to go below 325. You want to kind of oscillate between this and here, which is fine for Friday and Monday or turning point. And if the turning point kicks in, you want to go boom, straight to 352, boom, 361, and then you just crack the 360 degree of the square, or if you want to look at it as a circle, and then push higher. And then that's when I got to expand this to like maybe even $10, because that's what the August 23rd high of 2022, 10:02. Yeah. I'm going to sign out. You guys, hopefully you guys like this video, especially the Gann square of 9. I feel like some of you really like it when I pull this tool. But this is like my final tool. So if anything, you kind of see the big levels. 342, 334, 325. We're here. We're oscillating right here. Those are the key points. And there's more involved in this, but I don't have time to talk about that because people get spooked out with this kind of stuff that I know. So I just leave it very simple. Gann square of 9. Simple stuff. Sometimes it just works as good as the esoteric, crazy stuff. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the Black Widow.